You wake up, and the first thing you touch is not the ground with your feet. It's the cell phone screen. Not even a good morning to yourself. Just a swipe. Notification. Family group. Promotion. And, of course, that video of a cat playing the piano at 6:07 in the morning. But what if I told you that that little shiny rectangle you carry in your pocket could be stealing little pieces of your life? Calm down. I'm not saying your cell phone will kill you tomorrow, or that it's the villain in a sci-fi movie. But what if it were slowly draining you? Almost invisibly? Like a technological mosquito. That doesn't make noise, but sucks. If this technological mosquito has caught you too, subscribe to the channel before it steals another little piece of your life. Let's take it one step at a time. Have you ever stopped to count how many hours a day you spend looking at that screen? You might think it's 2 or 3, but when you look at the usage report, surprise. 10 hours. Huh. Then you think, but it's work. Okay, but it's for relaxing. Okay too, but it's just a quick game. Yeah, now add that up every day, every week, every month, and boom. You spent years of your life staring at a screen that, most of the time, doesn't give you peace, doesn't give you answers, and, let's be honest, doesn't always give you joy. By the way, let's talk about joy. Studies show that the more time we spend on social media, the sadder we feel. Sounds a bit contradictory, right? After all, that's where we see the smiles, the trips, the perfect bodies, the breakfast with croissants that no one actually eats. But that's the point. The comparison is silent and poisonous. You see someone doing yoga in the Maldives and think, here I am, in my pajamas, eating bread with eggs. And you feel bad, even though the bread with eggs is delicious. And it messes with your brain, your mood, your body, anxiety, stress, poor sleep, lack of focus, irritation, fatigue, all together, mixed together, and invisible. Now, think with me. What does all this have to do with longevity? More than it seems. Constant stress activates something in the body called cortisol. It's the alert hormone. Great if you're running from a lion. Terrible if you're just scrolling through your feed. And what does excess cortisol do? It accelerates aging. It shortens telomeres, those protective caps on the ends of your DNA, like the little plastic caps on your shoelaces. Without them, everything starts to wear out. In other words, your cell phone may not be killing you, but it may be wearing you out faster. Okay, but what if I use my cell phone for good things? Yes, of course. It's useful. It's magical, even. You can learn a new language, discover incredible recipes, watch videos of people explaining complicated things, like this one grinning face with smiling eyes. The problem isn't the cell phone. It's how we use it. Have you ever noticed that your cell phone is never turned off? And neither are you. Blue light from screens disrupts your sleep. Poor sleep disrupts your hormones. Disrupted hormones lead to weight gain, less energy, and more irritability. It becomes a cycle. You wake up tired, and you pick up your phone, which makes you even more tired, which makes you sleep worse. And it all starts again. What if? The secret to living longer was putting your cell phone aside for a few hours a day. Simple as that. Have you ever tried leaving the house without it? It looks like you're naked, right? But cell phone-free moments are the only ones your brain can breathe, where it has space to create, think, reflect, live. In the old days, people got bored. And do you know what boredom generated? Ideas, silence, intuition. These days, all it takes is 3 seconds of boredom and you open Instagram, or TikTok, or that bouncy ball game. What have we lost? Connection with ourselves. And here's the point. Longevity isn't just about living for many years. It's about living well, living in the present. Because what's the point of reaching 90 if you've spent your whole life with your mind elsewhere, caught up in notifications and distractions? Being present means noticing the now, the hot coffee, the wind in the window, the laugh that slipped out unintentionally. It's realizing that life's best moments don't vibrate on your phone, they vibrate in your heart. Living well means being whole, even in the little things. And sometimes, that starts with simply putting your phone aside for a moment and being present with your face always turned to a screen. Isn't really being present, is it? Do you remember the last time you looked at a real tree? Not on camera, not even to post. Just looked? Or the last long conversation you had with someone, without interrupting to respond to a notification? Or the last meal you ate, paying attention to the flavor, the texture, the company? Remember when talking was just talking, without glancing at the screen every 5 minutes? These days, Even rice and beans compete for attention with the WhatsApp group. But the truth is, there's a taste, a smell, and a laugh that can't be paused or repeated. Real life is being there, whole, in the dish and in the conversation. And maybe, just maybe, your phone can wait another 5 minutes. That's what life is made of. And cell phones are hijacking these moments. No violence, no shouting, just distracting. Of course, you can't just throw away your cell phone. Nobody here is radical. But what if you started with small rebellions? Like leaving your cell phone outside your bedroom when you go to sleep. Or take one day a week to be offline. Or go for a walk without him. Or set a daily limit on network usage. Small things, but powerful. Remember, your cell phone was made to serve you, not the other way around. When you take back control, you breathe differently. Your mind calms. Your body thanks you. Your energy returns. And with it, perhaps, a few more years on the clock of life. Oh, and if you still doubt that he's wasting your time, take a test. Today, you write down how much time you spend on your phone. And at the end of the day, you think, what would you have done if you had used half that time for something else? I read a book. I called someone. I stretched. I went to bed earlier. What would have changed? Maybe not much. But what if you repeat this tomorrow? What then? What then? Maybe, in the future, this will be the difference between living longer or just existing. So the next time you unlock your screen, ask yourself, am I choosing this? Or just on autopilot? Because living on autopilot is the slowest way to lose yourself and the quickest to move away from longevity. If this video made you think, share it with someone who is always glued to their cell phone. Or better yet, send it later when he puts away his phone, grinning face with smiling eyes. And tell me in the comments, what would be the first digital habit you would change today? Now, while you're here, click on the video below. There's a secret about longevity that no one is telling. See you in the next video, preferably with fewer notifications. See you then.